Maximizing revenue. Remember that if we want to find revenue, we will evaluate price times quantity. We can use the demand equation to rewrite the revenue as a function of only one variable. For example, say we are given the demand for tickets to an amusement park is given by the equation P is equal to 70 minus 0.02 Q, where P is the price of a ticket in dollars and Q is the quantity of tickets sold at that price. What is the maximum revenue? What price should you charge to maximize revenue? How many tickets would you sell at that price? Step 1. We need to find an equation for revenue in terms of only one variable. We know that revenue is equal to price times quantity. We will use the demand equation to rewrite the price. So R is equal to 70 minus 0.02 Q, and then we have times Q. So our revenue is R is equal to 70Q minus 0.02 Q squared. Step 2 is to take the derivative. We find R prime is equal to 70 minus 0.04 times Q. Step 3 is to find our critical points. So we want to know where the derivative 70 minus 0.04 Q is equal to 0. We evaluate, finding negative 0.04 times Q is equal to negative 70. Divide both sides by negative 0.04. And we get Q is equal to 1,750. We know that Q is a critical point. Step 4, we still need to check and make sure that this critical point is the location of a maximum. Because we only have one critical point, we can use the first derivative test. Remember to label your number line as R prime. We will be plugging into 70 minus 0.04 times Q. If we choose a number less than 1750, say we choose 0 and plug in, we will get a positive. If we choose a number greater than 1750, say 2000, and plug in, we will get a negative. My derivative changes from positive to negative, so revenue changes from increasing to decreasing, and we do indeed have a max. For step 5, we want to make sure we go back and answer all of the original questions. This problem asked, what is the maximum revenue? To calculate this, we will evaluate R of 1,750. So we plug in 70 times 1,750 minus 0.02 times 1,750 squared. You can use your calculator to evaluate this, and we will get 61,250. So this is our maximum revenue. Our second question says, what price should you charge to maximize revenue, and how many tickets would you sell at that price? We already know how many tickets we would sell at that price, because that is the value of Q. To evaluate the value of P, we have two different choices. We can use the original demand equation that was given in the problem. If we do this, we will evaluate P is equal to 70 minus 0.02 times Q, 1,750. And we will get P is equal to $35 per ticket. Or our second option is to remember that revenue is equal to price times quantity. So we can take our maximum revenue, $61,250, and that should be equal to our price times our quantity, 1,750. If we divide by 1,750, we will also get P is equal to $35 per ticket. Either method is perfectly fine for this example.